Rolling guys. Ken, unang kong tanong, bakit sa Taiwan yung pinili yung location? Considering na ang daming haunted places sa mundo at specifically dito sa Pilipinas, why Taiwan?
Oh, well, I think it's interesting para maiba naman. I've never been to Taiwan, so and then we were searching the most haunted places. Nakakatakot kasi yung hospital din eh. I mean, yung hospital nakakatakot nga as it is, di ba? But to have a haunted hospital in Taiwan, I think it just made sense to go there. Yung ibang kasing places, hindi naman hospitals, it's just a different or old na nasira na. And ito kasi medyo nakatayo pa, ang daming haunted places na minsan wala na or just wala masyadong story sa loob nun. And itong hospital kasi, pati mga gamit andun pa sa loob eh. You can see yung mga utensils, yung mga as in big iniwan lang lahat. May mga cup noodles pa dyan from so long ago na nandun pa sa kitchen. Yung mga gamot pa na nandun na expired for how many years. Yeah, yung mga operating tables ang dami. Halos lahat iniiwan lang doon. It's crazy. So, yeah, it just made sense na sabi ko na hindi wala ka na masyadong gagawin na pag-set up sa loob to make it look creepy. Kasi everything's there. So, it just made sense to shoot inside. Halos kompleto na.
In relation to that, Ken, hindi ba challenging yung pag-permit to shoot on that place? Naging supportive ba yung Taiwan government?
Sobra naman. Yeah, they were super cooperative with us and they're super helpful and supportive and umabot nga everyday nagpapa-ritual nga sila eh. They would always have blessings and prayers. So nag-i-incense kami, we had to learn their rituals every day yan before mag-shoot. Just to be safe. And yeah, we of course respect that and we're thankful na ginawa namin lahat yan.
Last on my part lang guys. Ang tagal ng huling MMFF mo, 2012 pa pala.
Yes,
12 years
kasi usually pag December, hindi talaga ako bumapag ng MMFF kasi usually nasa ibang bansa ako, bakasyon. Eh, this time, sabi ko with this project and this concept na I just sabi ko, I can't not do it. So, hahabol na lang ako sa family ko.
How does it feel to be back sa MMFF?
Masaya. I'm excited ako sa float. Matagal na ako din ako sa float. So, it's good to be, to experience it again. Tsaka parang matagal na ako hindi nagka-Christmas dito sa Manila. So, excited ako. Matraffic pa rin. Sobrang traffic.
Traffic pa rin, Ken. Mas malala ngayon.
Oh my goodness.
Mas malala.
Sa bahay lang ako.
Mas malala.
Sa bahay lang ako. So,
May plano po ba?
oh yeah, for sure. May mga kami, mga black screenings of course sa Marigold. Pero check out some of the films pag may time kasi I leave on the 29th yung flight ko, 28 or 29. After the event, I'm leaving right away.
Can you talk us na how do you mentally prepare for this? Kasi sabi po nila balang fear and panic yung mga hard na emotions na i-portray when you're acting. So how do you make sure po na authentic yun? Meron po ba kayo nanonood muna kayo? Tatakutin mo muna yung sarili mo?
Hindi, pag nandun ka kasi sa loob na yun, tapos kayo lang. Kasi lahat ng crew namin nasa labas ng hospital. So once ilalak nila, kami lang nasa loob. Kahit anong tapang mo, matatakot ka talaga. Oh my gosh, matatakot ka. Konting mawawala, maubusan na ng battery ng flashlight mo, wala ka ng ilaw, wala ka ng makikita. So it's really scary, man. Pag yung mga panike, mga konting tunog lang, di mo lang, syempre mag-freak out ka na, diba? Parang lahat times 10 kasi pag nandun ka sa environment na gano'n eh. So, hindi ko ma-explain, pero nakakatakot siya. Minsan kasi pag ako natatakot ako, nag-freeze lang ako eh. Yung iba kasi sumisigaw, lalo nang tumatakbo, diba? Ako hindi ko kaya eh.
So aside po sa takutin yung
Iba talaga siya. It's different. It's different. Iba kasi yung scare na binibigay nun sa mga scare na binigay dito. Mas Filipino style. So the way that our director inatake niya, it was really, his style. And so yeah, hopefully, hindi ko pa nakikita yung full finished product with CJ. So hopefully it's really, really good. Taping to, parang I had time for myself and my family and so sabi ko, parang ayoko nang mawala ako dito. Kasi hanggang Sundays ko, wala eh. I would, kasi nakatira ako sa van ko, or sa studio, sa set. So sabi ko talaga, ayoko na. Sabi ko, umabot daw sa point, ayoko na talaga. And after 4 years, sabi ko, kasama my friends, yung mga ibang writers, and sabi ko, bro, parang namimiss ka na namin, you have to come back. Inisip ko na, tama naman, I can't just leave the industry naman na, di ba, just like that. Pero, at the time kasi I wanted to be selfish eh. Kasi for almost 13 years or more, I wasn't there. I just gave everything my whole life to to showbiz. So, pinagdamot ko sa family, time ko sa family ko, and for everything, just for work. So, parang at that time, so sabi ko, sige, you know what, if I'm gonna come back, I'll make sure na hindi na katulad dati. I'm gonna take control, pipili na lang ako ng gagawin. I've made the point na ayoko na yung everyday kasi ayoko na mag-burn out. Once ma-feed ko uli yan, it's just gonna make me want to, you know, back out. And then na-realize ko lang kasi tumatanda si mama, yung sister ko, and you know, I just, wala kasi I just felt so disengaged from my life and from my family. It was, the pandemic just, you know, made me realize a lot of things. Ang tanda na pala ni mama. Si sister ko, nag-graduate na pala ng college. Ngayon, nag-migrate na ng Spain. Alam mo yun? So, nag-move out na. So, I'm like, parang mas tumanda ako eh. Parang yun ang feel ko eh. Parang tumanda ako in a good way. So, it's me growing up. Another chapter in my life. This kasi it's not my whole life, you know. So, this is not my whole life. But it's a huge part of my life. But it's not me, you know, per se. This is not my whole life.
So no more teleserye na, Ken?
No, next year.
Next year pa. Okay, good.
Content
good.
ko rin, concept na.
Wow, that's good.
So,
we
yeah,
look forward
exciting
to.
siya. Sa Europe po namin isi-shoot next year.
Wow.
So, exciting yan. Super. So, sana abangan niyo po din next year yan. Yeah.